Chapter 11. Kaci kissed the strangely handsome doctor, glorying in how real everything felt in heaven. The arms that held her were strong and powerful. His lips on hers were soft and uncertain, making her feel brave and reckless. She deepened the kiss, weaving her fingers through his long blonde hair, tugging him so that his mouth angled over hers for easier penetration. When he parted his lips, she slid her tongue into his mouth. Sparks of need and desire erupted inside her. In life, I couldn't have a man. I couldn't have romance. Now I can have it all. And she wanted it all from him. She drew back, fascinated by his pale green eyes, amazed by the tattoos that covered his face, shifting and moving in a way that was hard to follow, but felt as if it was significant. Is he an angel? So I guess they aren't winged, innocent creatures, but big, strong, dangerous-looking men.
How do you feel?
His voice was low, laced with an accent that was odd, harsh but sexy all at once. It was hard to focus on his words, but she tried. Heaven is better than I ever imagined. She could see the wheels turning in his mind before he spoke.
What is heaven?
An angel doesn't know what heaven is? This, she whispered, running a finger along his lower lip. The perfect man, here with me. Peace from the virus, from the anxiety, the fears, the OCD. His brow drew together as he relaxed his grip on her.
You believe you're dead.
A bubble of laughter came from her lips. Aren't I? There's no way life could be this glorious. Everything around her vision was fuzzy, the lights above, too bright. This had to be heaven. He looked up, focusing on a point above her shoulder.
What is the last thing you remember?
Screaming. Pain. Death. Fear swept through her. Nothing.
You're shaking.
I'm not. He glanced back at her.
You are. I didn't mean to frighten you. I just wanted to remind you.
I'm tired. And she was. Suddenly her thoughts felt foggy and her limbs weak. And you don't want to remember. After a long moment of silence, he said softly,
All right.
He rose, carrying her with him. At the door, he drew a warm blanket around her small frame. A foreign feeling came over her, of feeling safer and more protected than she'd ever felt in her life, maybe even loved. She snuggled deeper into his arms for the short trip down the hall and into a bedroom. The room was painted in muted earth tones. It was sparsely decorated, but still felt warm somehow. This isn't the med bay. Is this his bedroom? A thrill went through her. He laid her down on a bed and went to drawers built into a wall, pulled out dry clothes, and ducked back into the bathroom. All of it felt strange, foreign, but in her tired mind, she couldn't quite decide why. She closed her eyes.
I have a shirt you can wear if you would like.
Please, she whispered. There was a sense of movement, but she lay still, too content to move.
Call me when you're finished.
After a time, her wet clothes disturbed her from her half-sleep. With heavy movements, she sat, even though it caused the room to spin. In a dreamlike state, she stripped her wet clothes and pulled on the massive shirt. The task took all of her strength. Every part of her seemed to be filled with an overwhelming sense of exhaustion. Easing beneath the blankets on the bed, she relaxed into pillows that smelled like him. When I'm not so tired, I'm going to have sex with that beautiful angel doctor. I've never been touched like that, held, worshipped. I must have done something very good in life to have earned that man, something very, very good. That was the last thought she had before she surrendered to sleep.